Recently I've gotten a lot of requests to create a generic version of my Liftoff program. So that's what I've done. This is a program that you can put into any ship. So you just stick it in a programming block and then you set up a timer to call itself in the programming block every second, and you're ready to rock. It outputs to the nearest screen, so you don't even have to worry about names. And it will lift your ship into orbit in an optimal manner. It works in any max speed environment with either size ship, so even if you've got a mod that changes your max speed, it'll still work. And here is the output. You can see that it says, lifting engines not found, sit down. The way that it works is it searches for names of engines. It looks through all of the engine's names, and if it has an open parentheses, up, close parentheses, it assumes it's a lifting engine, because that's what lifting engines are called when you sit down, at least in the English version. If you're in another language, you may have to change that. You have to search in the code for up and change it to whatever it is in your language. So the way you trigger it is you just call the block with launch, and that'll work. So let's take a look. Off we go. It'll auto-detect what speed is our cap, and then it will start to optimize our arc so that we don't end up burning extra fuel. There we are. Took it a little bit. We're a little overpowered, but that's fine. So this is a small ship. Small ships are really hard to get into orbit in survival mode because they burn through hydrogen extremely fast, and the hydrogen containers are very small. So it takes a bit of effort to try and get a small ship into orbit, especially one like this, which has a lot of extra weight on it. I've got a full large container. It's full of bullets. I've got a turret. I've got connectors both down and backwards. I've got lots of extra stuff on this ship, so it is no surprise that this ship is a heavy ship. It might be difficult to get into orbit if I was doing it manually, and it would certainly require my full attention. But since it's handling it itself, I don't have to worry about it very much. I can just let it run until we are in orbit. Well, I say that, but we're not going to be able to do that because that moon is actually too close to directly above us, and we'll end up running into its orbital environment before we can actually get into space. Anyway, that is the basic idea, and this fully laden ship with just 2 hydrogen tanks can reach orbit with a little bit of hydrogen left off of the one gravity planet with a full cargo bay. This ship, you can grab it. It's a blueprint vanilla, so you can go ahead and see how I've got it set up. But you shouldn't have any problem putting the program in your own ships since it's super easy to set up. Just so you know, we are now almost out of the gravity well. We're out of the heavy part of the gravity well, and we still have 40% of our hydrogen left. So that is right on schedule. We will get down to about 0.3, at which point hydrogen will really stop going down because we'll just be floating at extremely low override levels. 0.3 gravities. Works great. Go ahead and give it a shot. Oh, the program is linked below, but in case you're wondering, it's called Svaðilfari, which is the name of a horse in Norse mythology that broke free of its tethers. So, that was kind of fitting. Svaðilfari.